Hello and welcome back to Persona 5, and we reached it. Now we are continuing where I cliffhanged off the game. The police station, where everything began and everything ended now. Then again,
Guess the drug was too strong. Wake him up. No dozing off. You still don't get it, do you? Give it up! Come on, cooperate. What? You want another shot? Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence? So you're not that dumb. Which is good, because we get to take as much time as we need. Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works. To think that all those crimes were led by a punk like this. And you seem to be enjoying every second of it. Huh? You should know your place. Sign here. It's a confession under your name.
ah, he will hurt me.
Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand. One must take full responsibility for their actions.
So messed up. Oh, 0%. Well, I'm the Sunday in jail, it seems.
Excuse me, but this area's off.
I'm Nijima from the Public Prosecutor's Office.
The prosecutor's office? What business do you have here?
Just let me through. It's urgent. There's something I need to confirm with the suspect.
Nijima-san, I believe this case is no longer in your jurisdiction. Besides...
You prosecutor sign Nijima? There's a call from your director. Hurry and get it over with. To be frank, you're being an inconvenience.
I thought I ordered you to stand by.
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm not even being allowed an interrogation?
I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up.
I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is my case.
Good luck to you then. I won't be expecting much, though.
Prosecutor, I forgot to mention something important. Your time will be cut short. We can't permit you to talk with him for long.
No, only 100 hours, so about 3 days? Wait. Yeah, more than 3 days even, I think. Yeah, more than 3 days. Oh god, very long.
It's for your own sake. His methods are unknown. After all, we don't even know if it's safe to simply meet and speak with him.
I understand.
Well done on making it this far, inmate. Now that you have traversed your long, perilous recollection, you truly have entered the present. The effects of that drug are gonna wear off soon. This is your golden opportunity. You must grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
Wait, what is the drug? What was the drug for? Did the drug prevent me from, I don't know, getting into the metaverse?
The evil influence who wishes you dead is fast approaching. If you want to win this unreasonable game, if you wish to take back your stolen future, recall the bonds you formed with your allies, and grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
I see. So that's what led to your ending up here. What a disappointing end to the hero of justice. I still can't believe it. But I now have a general idea of the methods you used for your crimes. There's much more I'd like to ask, but my allotted time is nearly up.
Yeah, it was really a short talk, wasn't it?
I do have a suggestion, though. Care to strike a deal? If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your sentence. I have a responsibility to solve this case. I will win, even if it means brokering a deal with you. Your operation was leaked and you failed to change my heart. There's no point in being obstinate now.
Wait. How did you... But my teammates still made it out of there, didn't they?
You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very existence. You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty, unless you accept my proposal. Going forward, I will read a list of people who are closest to you and this case. Tell me honestly whether or not the following are involved with the Phantom Thieves.
Oh boy.
First, the friend who you've been with since the day you transferred to Shujin, Ryuji Sakamoto. One of the victims of the Kamoshida case, An Takamaki. Ichiryusai Madarame's pupil, Yusuke Kitagawa. The daughter of Wakaba Ishiki, Futaba Sakura. The heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and daughter of its CEO, Haru Okumura. And the frequently probing student council president of Shujin Academy, Makoto Nijima. Those are your accomplices in the Phantom Thieves case, are they not?
No, never heard of them, or that's right. Should I be frank with her? I mean, she wants me to strike a deal, though. Oh, fuck it. Am I really making the right choice? I am, I can't be.
So you won't sell out your friends. Then let me change the question.
Oh god.
find it hard to believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes by themselves. Were there not others outside of your direct group who encouraged your crimes or lent their aid? Not to repeat myself, but remember that your life will be forfeit if your sentence is not lightened. You had the cooperation of people outside your group, did you not? Can you tell me about them?
Oh no, I
see.
Oh no, I have the worst feeling. The game guilt trips me so hard.
So you won't speak a word about either your teammates or your collaborators. Do you even understand the position that you're in? Let's discuss one other person, Goro Akechi. There are reports that he was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves as well.
How did you even find this out?
Might he be a part of your team too?
Nope, not Akechi. That's impossible.
So Goro Akechi wasn't one of you. Very well. So be it. You clearly have no intention of bargaining with me.
Oh boy, I fucked up, didn't I? I don't know a thing.
Even now, you're still acting as though you're a hero of justice.
I am the hero of justice.
Your teammates have sacrificed you in order to escape, yet you wish to defend their honor?
Because I don't believe that they sacrificed me.
Why won't you talk about them?
Because they're my friends. I can't put their life in perils too. The will of the few outweighs the will of... No, wait. The will of the many outweighs the will of the one, or something like that. If we sacrifice one life in favor of a lot of others, then I have to take this responsibility on myself. It goes against justice.
Don't be ridiculous. You're not the one to decide such things.
You call this justice?
Justice? Then tell me, what is this justice you speak of?
Saving others, not forgiving criminals, sticking to the right path.
Sticking to the right path? That's no different from us. You continue to stand firm. Are you implying that we have no evidence on you? You're right. We have nothing. And it doesn't help that your story sounds like a fairy tale.
Oh.
But many people have fallen victim to this. We need to learn the truth. The truth, huh? I don't even know what's right anymore. And it's all due to your strange story.
There we go.
After all this, you're still...
Of course, there is one who causes the mental shutdowns, and it's not us. The drug is starting to wear off.
Are you listening? The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
Oh, so it is a truth serum. I won't be deceived. I feel like I'm forgetting something important.
Realized it too then.
Oh, I knew it! I fucking called it! I freaking called that there was something going on in that room. It was a weird transition.
It was our conversation about pancakes, right?
No way! So it is a catchy?
There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Oh my god, it is a catchy?
Hey. Can you hear me? It seems your mind is clearing up. But unfortunately, my time has run out. Although I find your story to be quite interesting, I won't be able to speak with you any longer. Huh?
Don't you want to win?
What are you getting at? That's right. No matter the results of this case, I won't be receiving credit.
Wait, but is Akechi already was able to go into the metaverse at that point in time? Is he actually the true culprit? No, it can't be. Or can it?
I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
Vacation. That's right, if I remember.
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into go? Nijima mentioned a special interrogation room, didn't she? Good. It looks like we can make this work if we lure them there.
Hey.
I knew it! I freaking knew that they planned me to get captured. Planned that I get captured.
Hey, are you listening? Our time's up. We're done talking here. Goodbye.
Is this what you planned? You know this place.
Planned? Why are you saying such odd things? Anyhow, there's one last thing I want to ask you.
Why did I say that?
There's something that's been bothering me for some time now. Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this investigation and was told to remain on standby. A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act, within some bizarre phenomenon. But that was all I was told. You were told someone sold you out, correct? If that's true, who could it have been? Don't you have any idea?
Sold out. That's right, there's something I need to...
My suspicions were true in the end. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out.
So it is Akechi!
All that's left is to figure out a way to hand it over. It's all up to you, leader.
Hand it over?
The smartphone, duh. We've been talking about it this whole time.
Oh, okay.
Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done.
Giving him the phone? Ooh, Akechi?
We'll be counting on you to pull this one off.
How did I get close enough to him to give him the phone?
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as to who sold you out?
So it was a catchy after all. You little fucker. You and your shitty justice that is not real. Is it a catchy? I don't know. Or is it? No, it can't. Or is it? No, it would be too. Wait, they are talking about so. Should I say I want to make a deal with you?
What do you recall? If you know something, you must tell me. I won't allow things to end like this.
Oh, shit.
You mean this? I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of time until it's cracked. What's so important about this smartphone? Are you going to unlock it and show me the data?
Let's let her sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta figure out a way to show him the phone.
Him?
Makoto and the others should have told you.
Fuck me.
I'm talking about the true culprit here. You know, the traitor.
It is a catchy, isn't it?
Hey! What are you trying to get at here? And what about this smartphone?
Show it to the traitor, show it to the true culprit.
The true culprit?
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that?
Yeah, that's a catchy.
Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that run, my task will be simple.
It is a cat. Oh, fucking knew it. Ugh, kind of. No, it can't be. I mean, his social link is already level 6, though.
And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life.
Oh, he was so convincing as a character, though. But he was the last to join the group, and I had my doubts about him. But his persona is freaking Robin Hood.
Please. I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to?
Not a teammate.
Not a teammate?
Yes! It is a catchy, for fuck's sake! The last one who joined the group. This is where it got hazy. This is the... I called it. Didn't I? I think I called it. Definitely. I called it, did I? Well, if not, then... place a comment on the video where I didn't call it. Or where I called it. I don't know.
My God. You're referring to him, aren't you?
Oh man, the suspension! It's all so obvious now. And the moment I heard the murderer's voice when I failed the game for the first time, it sounded so much like Akechi.
That's it? What are you plotting? I can't even begin to fathom it.
Me neither, but I'm curious.
But it appears my time is up. This is as far as our conversation can go. This will be my last involvement with this case. Very well. I've listened to your whole story, so I may as well play along to the end. And that honest look in your eyes. I used to view the world the same way too once. I'll place my bet on you. I just need to show him the phone, right?
Peter Society finally understands me.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of judgment, granting thee infinite power.
Oh, did I do the right thing? True justice is the ability I got, and it is question marks. Of course it is. But wasn't it level 7 or 6? And now it just boom, maximum.
All right.
Tai has awakened to true justice.
All right.
You can now view Satan, the most powerful persona of the Judgment Arcana. Why is Satan the most powerful persona of the Judgment Arcana? Why can I literally summon Satan now?
I'll be going now. What good will this do, though?
You will see. I think I did the right choices. I think.
A Ketchikan? Why are you here?
Why do you seem so surprised?
I needed my director to step in to get access, and I was directly responsible for this case.
Oh, I hate you. I knew there was a reason I didn't like him. He was too good. Oh, fuck!
How did you get approval?
For the same reason you did. I am heading up the investigation team after all. It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate our culprit as well, don't you think?
No. You will kill me.
They assigned you command?
That was a joke, of course. I'm merely here to assist with the public security interrogation. I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here, yes? Nobody would ever know if things got a little violent.
If I remember correctly, didn't you say there was another culprit besides the Phantom Thieves?
That was but a lie I spread to set them up.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had deceived you too, Sai-san.
Yeah, how convenient.
After all, if you wish to trick your enemies, you must first trick your allies.
So it was you. You're the one who sold out the Phantom Thieves. I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to?
Really, they went through this whole winded up thing to now reveal it's Akechi, even though it was so obvious from the first thing. They really must think that a lot of very dumb people play this game.
My God. You're referring to him, aren't you?
Is there a problem?
The moment, the absolute moment they mentioned the pancakes, I didn't even realize that. I didn't realize that only Morgana mentioned pancakes. God damn it, why was I not suspicious? Wait a second. Okay, I pulled up the clip where it showed.
No flaking out, Ryuji.
I know. I gotta be a good boy, right?
Just like a doggy.
Being Phantom Thieves ain't easy.
And that reminds me, we get to go home straight from here today. We don't spend much time in this area, so why don't we relax and check out some shops beforehand?
Oh, I know a place. I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here. It looked delicious. What was that?
Oh, you mean Dometown? What? The round part is a baseball stadium, then along the outside, they've got an amusement park.
It's right in the middle of a business area, but they have some pretty hardcore rides there too.
Jeez.
All right, let's go. I'll show you just how courageous I am.
That doesn't have to do much with courage.
Going on a scary ride doesn't really prove any kind of courage.
Not like cats can get on anyways.
Really?
Yes, really. You would slide out the seats.
Really? You might be able to sneak in if you stay in the bag, but you'd totally puke if you did that. But, let's just go to Dometown. I'm really feeling it now.
Nobody else mentioned pancakes.
Me too. My stomach's ready for roller coasters.
Is it now?
I think I'll pass on the puke rides.
Excuse me. I couldn't help but notice your uniforms. Are you students of Shujin Academy?
Who is that?
Yeah, what do you want?
Is that the Detective Prince? The new one?
I happened to be passing by, so it seemed polite to greet you. We'll be filming together, after all. Ah, where are my manners? My name is Goro Akechi.
Akechi?
Filming? What? You a celebrity?
Only to the extent of appearing on TV a couple of times.
Okay, come, get to it.
Oh!
My apologies. I truly was just passing by. I must be going. There's a briefing for tomorrow's recording that I have to attend. So, you're going to go have cake now? I missed lunch today, so I'm quite hungry myself.
Huh? Cake? What are you talking about?
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Yeah, pancakes.
No matter. Well, see you tomorrow.
And there it was. Nobody else mentioned pancakes but him. Nobody else but Morgana mentioned pancakes. This would have been the moment if you had very good attention. But wow, I never saw that. I never made the connection because it was so natural, because we actually talked about it. But I never realized that only Morgana said pancakes in the first place. And how would he have known that we are talking about pancakes if he just talked, if Ryuji talked about Dometown, about a baseball stadium, and an amusement park? But nobody else mentioned pancakes. Wow. That's just wow.
Akechi-kun, does this phone look familiar to you?
Excuse me? What is this phone?
It belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I believe you'll need it for your investigation.
I think we just entered the metaverse. I think the metaverse was just activated. I think the phone was calibrated so that when it recognizes Akechi's voice, it activates the app that brings us into the metaverse.
Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves myself, remember?
True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment. Good luck in there.
Oh,
Foolish woman.
it's always someone from the police. In Persona 4 it was someone from the police, and here it is also someone from the police. Was that a spoiler? I mean, oh, fuck it. At this point, you should better know Persona 4. I mentioned it so many times as being one of the greatest things you could have ever played. I just, In any case, look at him. He doesn't look as lovely anymore, does he now? I think the metaverse was activated. But it was so far away, though.
May I ask that you accompany me? Going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer makes me uncomfortable.
What are you?
Jeez, a cold-blooded killer, huh?
I owe you for all of this. Thanks. That's right. You and your little friends were vital to our plan, and now it will be completed. Your popularity truly was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worthwhile.
Akechi has unveiled his true identity. My bond with Akechi has grown deeper? What? Why is it only level 8? I was hoping it would also jump to 10.
All right. Have you finally pieced it all together? Case closed. This is how your justice ends.
Wait, what? Am I dead? What? I think I did something wrong. What the hell? He wears gloves though. All the time. How would I have possibly survived this? Did I fuck up?
Shido-san, my job is complete.
I have the feeling it should be over, because how would I have survived this?
I've told you not to call me by name.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I called it long ago that he is behind all of it. I'm definitely, absolutely sure he is the one. This fucking asshole who started it all.
Regardless, all that's left is to deal with the remnants.
continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
Of course.
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his guidance.
Oh, come on, I barely talk.
I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
Oh boy.
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out. I'll need to prepare my comments on the matter.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end as well. Beyond that, what of the director of the Special Investigations Unit?
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
Wow, they even get rid of him? Oh, mental shutdown, of course.
No, it can't be. Even me. God damn it.
Oh boy, this escalates so much now. Isn't he dead now?
What was all that about, showing him this phone? The Phantom Thief Alibaba? Who is this?
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I inquire as to your justice, Sai Nijima.
How do they know I have this?
Goro Akechi is evil. He didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him.
Too late.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Wait, how did that work? How did they tap into his phone? How did they record this?
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well. Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps to take. You must save him.
You want me to save him?
Well?
Huh?
Wait, but I'm already dead, ain't I?
What is it?
Nothing. Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Did anyone else stop by? Nobody?
There'd be no reason for anyone else to come down here.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So it's all true.
Yeah, show him the phone, huh?
Of course it's true. Is something the matter?
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Wait, what? But I already died! How? Wait, what? Is that some weird time travel bullcrap?
Huh?
I've been asked to handle things instead.
Wait, but... what? I mean, I'm already dead, ain't I?
You? But...
You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody. Forget this ever happened.
Why would she trust him with anything? How? How am I alive? I thought he already killed me.
Now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be a young
Anchon,
man who's...
can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idle thing, you know? That cool?
What a surprise to think that the one behind all this is just a minor.
But considering how quickly they announced his arrest, the police must surely be confident in the outcome of this case.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now. It's been a while, Ryuji.
Huh?
You
Yeah.
stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering the number of charges brought against him...
I wonder if something happened.
Yeah.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling it today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Normal. Right.
He's just a high school student. How do you think he was contacting the others?
The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still a mystery. Regardless, the police are looking into attempted murder charges.
You never turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one phantom thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
We also received information that the young man was placed on probation for assault.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now. That phantom thief could never have changed anything. Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have breaking news. The young man being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
It may be difficult to uncover his methods now. Perhaps Perhaps that's why he decided to take this course of action.
It can't be.
You're shitting me. We got him.
Wait, what? What do you mean we got him? And am I not dead? How am I alive still? Am I alive?
It would seem as though you have been killed.
No shit, I have been killed.
But why were you killed? Why did you have to die?
'Cause I'm Jesus. Probably not at all. Oh god, that was a very tasteless joke, wasn't it?
Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important fact while your consciousness was hazy.
Yeah.
Indeed, your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom.
Great.
What a tremendous plan. How might you be capable of executing such a feat? Well then, let us rouse the memories which are missing.
The one in the cafe. In LeBlanc. First time I sensed something was off. That's why it was doing the school festival.
Hey, they're going. You realized it too, then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
We can't trust him.
My thoughts exactly. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station. There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice. This whole deal feels sketchy.
Let's do some research, I guess.
Yeah, that was my plan too. Okay, let's get everyone on the same page right away.
Damn, I knew. I mean, it's kind of... it's so annoying that they did that, but...
There's something else we want you to look into. One more person has been on our mind.
Oh, of course! Why didn't we do this from the beginning? That we let Futa dig in the history of Goro Akechi.
If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation.
Oh, okay. Or that. That is also a possibility.
That'll be tough. Right, we really need your help.
I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone.
So it's impossible even for you. I didn't say it was impossible. Okay, I've got a plan. That's perfect.
Did you understand that?
Of course I did.
Let's just pretend we know what the fuck's going on. Utaba's going to do something? I wonder if it'll be okay.
This is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Oh boy, what did they do? How did they outsmart such a smart trickster? Well, we are all tricksters, so I guess. But I'm dead though.
I see. So we're going to use this place.
Wait, what? How did we get down there?
It'll be a gamble.
I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
It seems you finally remember.
There are still black spots everywhere.
This game is not over yet. There are still things that must be done.
Memories are starting to become clearer. That's right. This is what really happened to me at that moment. How do you remember being dead? We are in the metaverse, aren't we? And in the metaverse, a bullet can't kill me with one shot. You like to save your current progress? What the fuck? So we were in the metaverse? And Akechi didn't realize that? Even though he made a sound like, How did I survive? It was because of the metaverse, right? I want to keep this safe. The save here. I want to see if I can fuck up the ending. I don't even know if that is a true ending yet or not. Since I haven't struck a deal with her. I heard they arrested one of the Phantom Thieves. No way. Didn't expect him to commit suicide. He's a murderer. He deserved to die. We can finally breathe easy now. Killed himself, huh? Guess we'll never know his motivation. I'm exhausted. It's like my consciousness is about to fade away. Hey, are you alright? Don't fall asleep until we reach our destination. Are you listening? Could this be the effect of the drug wearing off? Memories I thought were gone are starting to come back. Are you listening? What are we talking about? What were we? I am. Whatever. Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation. Utaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive. It's on a completely different level than just that. Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns. His offer to assist us was simply a plot to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill me, Vincent-kun. If we go into Sis's palace, as he suggests, we're likely met by a large ambush of police forces. To think he would be this far gone, I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace. If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment. So this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us? This is something I'm wondering a lot. We were in public places when we entered the metaverse, and nobody around us was sucked in that had not a persona or became a new persona user. And look at the sheep on the counter. I didn't have that at the time when we discussed that. I think. Maybe. So, a lot of this makes no sense, since we did so many stupid things by bringing him accidentally into the metaverse. And us bringing Akechi into the metaverse at Ukumura, that was just to throw us off the trail. That he actually knew it way earlier. It was just to set. So this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us. He made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him. And he told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time. The whole time he was working with Makoto's sister, he was really just some homicidal maniac. Come on! We gotta take the bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it? No, Akechi is merely a tool. His orders come from elsewhere. The grand mastermind behind this all. An unimaginable fiend, capable of arranging the murder of a suspect of a police station. Wait, but we can't possibly fight him if he has... He should not have a palace because he should be a persona user, otherwise Akechi could just kill him. Oh, I'm deeply sorry that I'm yawning. Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi. But what means do we have of learning his identity? We have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us. I think that will be the case eventually, regarding of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we are an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may not opt to kill us immediately. Damn it! So we don't get a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion. If we go into that palace, as told, Vincent will get arrested and then murdered by Akechi. Palace. Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding... Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage! What's this all of a sudden? There's a way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity. Really? You gotta be kidding. If he wants to kill Vincent, why not let him? That is, inside the palace. Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive Vincent-kun, all the while believing he killed the real one. Wait, what? Yeah, that's it! It seems that our only option... Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we carry this operation out. Wait, what? The cognitive me? But even if I get killed in the palace...
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent.
But if I get killed inside the palace, I get killed in the real world as well. So he doesn't really kill me, he kills an illusion of me?
However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
her sister, correct?
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's here.
Hey, you big bastard.
How did I survive this? I still don't understand.
How have you been?
Very bad. Ghostly.
You're not floating.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
How did I survive? It makes no sense still to me. I mean, he shot me right in the head. I mean, the cognitive me is one thing, but where was I in the meantime, where he killed my cognitive being?
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Well, he should know because, you know, he felt that something was up, that we'd shifted into the metaverse.
Still, how'd you pull this off?
Good question.
Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
Oh, thank you.
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
Well, you accomplished that.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec.
Yeah, hold on. How did we even establish a fake?
Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
Wait, why didn't he ask about the metaverse?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else.
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
Wait, why would Tsujiwa know that? Oh, yes. Akechi messed up.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
Yeah, that would have been really easier, wouldn't it?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff.
Yeah, what? How, I wanna see the fake me. How did he? What? Where's the fake me? I want to see where I was when the fake me was killed. So did she already pick me up? Told the guard to go? And then Akechi got into the metaverse thingy? And the guard was still there because it was his cognition?
Wait, so what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
You mean our cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
To us.
Sorry. Was that supposed to be a joke?
We should bring him in the metaverse.
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
Yes.
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality.
But wait, shouldn't she be able to understand him too because she was in the metaverse because there was this... Or was it only possible for him? I don't know. How does this even work? I mean, there was this weird pulsing aura, purple pulsing aura that indicates you entered the metaverse. Oh, because they haven't encountered Morgana. That's why it didn't work. You had to actually see Morgana talk.
It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
Yeah, I was totally oblivious to that.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Wow, I could have saved all of us time by just waiting for them to explain it.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here!
I have something on my screen that annoys me.
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
Wait, how could he hide his true colors in the metaverse, though? His whole outfit. I thought he was a dude in a black mask, but his metaverse and his persona looked way different from what you would have imagined.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one after all.
The story was too good.
He did approach us when we found ourselves in the worst trouble yet. That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone. I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app.
Oh! That's why she wanted the phone.
My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly. Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act!
Yeah, but a natural-looking act.
After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
A few days? We had barely any time. Since I stopped... Oh no, wait. We had a lot of time, actually.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the phantom thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Is this for real?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they plan to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest.
Yeah, but why was the guard still in that room?
And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
God, I have the feeling something gets sticky, but I don't have sticky fingers.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes.
On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Yeah, but how did that work?
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
Good question, thank you!
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
Oh yeah, the one building.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing.
Not till we got to school.
You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
So this, but Akechi actually gave the expression that something happened. We saw visually purple thing, and he said, as if something happened, as if you could feel a sudden pressure in the air. And you want to tell me nobody has this feeling whenever we enter the metaverse? Even though we give a visual, even though we get an audible exhale like Akechi did?
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it.
So Akechi only thought he killed the guard and me. And Sai-san already had a cognitive me in that cell because she wanted me to be there. That's why the guard was still alive. So it was a cognitive me because she already imagined me being in that cell. It was reckless. How could we predict that I end up in that cell?
We still managed managed to pull it off, though.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi. But I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
What a noble thing.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all.
So she has still distorted desires. But she's not as much of a madman as others.
I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us.
So she still has a palace. She still has distorted... I mean, she still must have distorted... She still must have a palace. Otherwise, we wouldn't have that room.
We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room.
Oh.
Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
Oh, that's how they got into the building.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Yeah, but how did you do that?
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Oh, the moment she got the phone and the metaverse activated, that was the moment my cognitive replica manifested.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work.
Her cognition was changed the moment I was captured and she interrogated me. Then the cognitive world had a replica of me in that cell because she knew that I was there.
They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse.
How did you escape?
Except that was all an act.
Wait, what?
We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand, and merely acted like we were taking the treasure. This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us.
Okay.
And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
That's why the palace didn't collapse.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
Phone.
All I needed were the coordinates.
Seems like she used this laptop to remotely access the metaverse. Asking her about it now would drag the conversation on too long. I should talk to her later.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious.
How did he leave the metaverse though? Without realizing he was in a metaverse.
It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room.
Wait, what?
Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
Ah, it's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
I couldn't see it either.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. Astounding.
So that happened all at the same time. The only difference is one happened in the metaverse and the other. But how? But shouldn't Akechi have realized that he's in the metaverse at that very point? How did he leave the metaverse without realizing it?
I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
Maybe the app that was installed on Akechi's phone.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation.
How did I do that? That was sheer dumb luck.
Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
True.
Could you really have fucked that up?
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Oh boy.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
No. I don't remember. Drugs. All the drugs.
Understandable. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
Well, it was that or nothing.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake. But what did you do about the body?
It's gone. It just vanishes.
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Yep. Wait, you heard the name!
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Wasn't it then kind of useless to put the gun in my hand?
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence, and even drugs, is utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
Yeah, and why didn't you do that yet? Why didn't you say that yet? Come on, you're my girlfriend. God damn it. I don't remember much.
Don't. You shouldn't have to remember such things.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion.
It was only for 2 days, though.
Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
Of course you did.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against.
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash. Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you.
Well, your social link is maximum, so I hope so.
You saved me, after all.
Did I now?
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know. Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped. Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together and talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs.
What do you mean I can't leave? I want to go outside.
It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
Some of the story to this. Okay. So can I literally not leave and increase my social links? There he is. The interesting thing is, they mentioned his name in the conversation over the phone. You should. Why didn't you tell him that it is this? Why didn't they tell Sojiyu and Sai that it is this man? And Sai should know that it is him at this point. Some prince.
That sounds familiar.
Oh, of course.
It's me, Akechi.
Oh, yeah, you dumb bat. He can't be that dumb if he could even fathom such a plan, but oh boy. Wait, but how did he leave the metaverse? Akechi must have left the metaverse without realizing it. Do you just leave the metaverse at some point? Oh, they waited for it until he already killed the fake me. And then they activated the app again to bring him out of the metaverse or something like that? Yeah, it was on his phone after all.
Enter.
They somehow timed it very well.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
He can't have a palace, otherwise Akechi could just kill him. Or he is actually a persona user with a distorted cognition. Or is that even possible? I mean, Morgana said that it's not possible to have a palace because when you are in power of a persona, but maybe Morgana is wrong and you can have a palace after all. Oh boy.
And on to our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Sure.
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder.
Oh, finally they tell it.
He said, Shido-san.
Shido? Feels like I heard that somewhere.
It was on the news!
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Who?
Well, I'm not strong in politics either, so I can't forgive them for not knowing him.
I believe he's a politician. Remember, Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Huh?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses. We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes. Mom.
But he... Either his shadow self is too strong for Akechi, or he is a persona user himself that somehow has a palace.
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this.
How?
Just based on the connections I had from my previous job.
Oh, of course.
I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do, so I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes Prime Minister? What about the world?
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. It ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
The diet building, the fancy restaurant. Probably the diet building.
We got a hit!
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the diet building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
Wait, what about Akechi?
No need to waste time with him. We just gotta hit the head. Nobody against it?
Of course!
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's win this together. Time for revenge. Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the diet building after school.
That reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We're intellectuals, you know.
Well, some of us are.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
Teenagers these days. With their iPods and their iPhones and their video games.
But the true battle has only just begun.
So, does it mean I can't go outside?
We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
I mean, they said I can't turn up on school. Do I have a bag on my head now?
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature.
Conniving, huh?
We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
So, do I have a funny headwear?
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers.
Oh, so Akechi is the actual true culprit here.
If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic, and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
I don't believe anything that comes out of his mouth anymore.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side, until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests.
Wait, he believes he does this for a higher good? Why are they all thinking they are the good persons? You wanted to rape a woman and put a false criminal charge upon me, where I was convicted for. Which I was convicted for? One of those.
The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Oh boy.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals. Which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Oh god, Akechi, you're so stupid. Or he is stupid. Because I have the feeling Akechi is using him.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned. The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the chosen one.
You know Akechi could kill you, right? Akechi is your biggest threat. If you can't eliminate Akechi, in the end, he could take control of you.
Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
Of what?
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
But isn't Akechi one of the most distorted things in the whole game? How did he become a persona user? I thought you can only have distorted desires when you have no control over your shadow, but he seems to have total control over his shadow. So, what the F, man? I get the feeling you can still have a palace and be absolutely distorted even with a persona.
Guess you won't be going to school for a while. Don't worry about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together.
Can I not go outside, really?
To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well. I'm going to stay with you until the very end.
Yeah, Morgana level 10. I think. Soon. Now? No? I would have thought that Morgana reaches confident rank 10 now.
Well, and how do I put this?
Looks like things have been finally settled down. Life's gonna get real busy for you starting tomorrow, right? Some west.
Well then.
Chief's right, let's hit the hay. Oh boy. Hi, Futaba. Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip? That kinda came in handy. Oh, so? Oh, remember how I put that wiretap app in Akechi's phone? Basically, that let me see GPS info for 2 phones, yours and his. Now, what could I do with that info? I'd be able to tell the precise moment Sai Nijima, who had your phone, ran into Akechi. That's when I saw my chance and beep, sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator. But there was the chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single word. That's why we needed you to tell Sai Nijima to show the phone to Akechi. This plan still surprises me, no matter how many times I hear it.
But
still, I couldn't just directly hack into the Metaverse Nav. A mysterious app after all. But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you have to do is push the button. Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable. Pretty good, huh? Oh boy.
Well,
that reminds me, your relationship with Akechi unexpectedly grew stronger, didn't it? Even though Akechi was talking to the fake you at the time. It's true. Akechi met the cognitive you in the palace. I don't know what he said to that version of you in there, but we should make use of this. And if nothing else, it shows our operation was a smashing success.
Well.
What do you mean? Met the cognitive you in the palace. Okay. Can I do this with her too?
Hey.
There's no doubt you were the most at risk. I mean, you actually got arrested. It's like all the drugs and stuff made you forget the details of the plan. Need to explain how it all went down? Might take a bit. Definitely.
All right.
Well, since the rest of us didn't get captured, we had to act. We had to pretend we never wanted you to get arrested. Pretend the suicide news was a real shock. Basically, we had to act like we didn't know anything, 24/7. The enemy knows who we are, so we couldn't let our guard down, even once while you were gone. If they had people watching us and realized what our plan was, they would have killed you immediately. Wanna hear more? I do.
Bam.
Another tough part was figuring out how to get Sai, Nijima, and Akechi back from the metaverse. In order to return to reality, you have to go back to the point where you came into the metaverse. So, Sai and Akechi had to go through where the nav activated, as in the hallway they met. Is that how it worked? Akechi would just come back the same way after the assassination. The real issue was Sai Nijima. We needed to stop her for a moment before she headed back toward the interrogation room. But nothing can be sent to a phone inside the palace, so I had to program the messages in beforehand. In doing so, I made it seem like the messages were coming at the exact moment in time. That part was kinda last minute, so I had to pull an all-nighter, trying to get it set up. I'm really on the wall here. Wanna hear some more? Yes, please. Let me see, another problematic thing was...
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, try tying Akechi up. It was really tough. Obviously I don't mean the real Akechi. Even if we could do that, it would ruin our plan. The one we had to tie up was Nijima's cognitive Akechi. This part's really complicated. I know you're tired. You sure you want to hear all of this now? Definitely.
Alright, let's go.
Well, we needed to lure Akechi into Nijima's palace and have him kill the cognitive Vincent. But Akechi would have entered the palace immediately after meeting Nijima in the hallway, right? Because of that, there was a pretty decent chance he'd run into the cognitive Akechi. And if that happened, Akechi would have totally realized we had lured him into the palace.
You see...
Nobody actually even thought of this possibility until the night before the assassination. Makoto realized it in the middle of the night. Then it was a huge mess trying to figure out what to do. In the end, we chose to sneak into the metaverse while the plan was happening to tie up the cognition. Because you told Sai to show him the phone, we expected her to chat with him for at least a bit. So we had a few minutes to strike after the cognitive Akechi showed up, but before the nav activated. It was Operation Tie Him Up, though it wasn't really much of an operation in the end. Thankfully, Nijima didn't know his true nature, so the one that appeared was an ordinary kid. Wait, what? It was pretty simple surrounding him, knocking him out and tossing him on another floor. But man, watching Makoto's skill was super amazing. I guess she does use knuckles as her weapon. Basically what I'm trying to say is, appreciate what everyone else did. All sorts of stuff happened. I just can't help but rant when I'm talking about stuff that interests me. Sorry about that, just focus on resting up. You don't have to worry about anything else. And seriously, well done.
Hey, listen!
No.
Man.
Alright, you can tell him some other time, okay? We already know that. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the police report on your death isn't gonna show up at your school. No need to worry. Seems Persecutor Nijima worked out some kind of deal with the higher-ups or something. I mean, they haven't even said anything to me even. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine. And I guess if they reported your death, now they'd basically be saying you were a Phantom Thief. They can't really go announcing what the Phantom Thieves are. So, I'm sure they'll avoid it.
Hey!
So that means I can just run about everywhere?
Let's do it.
I'm really confused. I really want to keep this safe though. I hopefully won't override it accidentally. I want to see if I can fuck this up somehow.
I'm gonna head back then.
Yes, I head home. Go to bed, alright? Oh, can Futaba snuggle with me? And why did Anne leave me alone? 3%, huh? Apparently Akechi arrested the leader of the Phantom Thieves. He's a hero! I'm so glad Akechi's back. I hope they can catch the rest of the Phantom Thieves too. This really is amazing.
Phew.
There's no point in even having an election. Shido's gonna win. Of course, he's the only reliable politician there is. Plus, the current government has been getting wrapped up in scandal after scandal. Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him. Like he can fix whatever problem we have. Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me who does it. I just want to see our society back on track. Especially after it turned out those Phantom Thieves were nothing more than scum in the end. I'll show you. So I'm just at home? I heard you went home, so I announced that you're doing homework. Are you okay? You're a bad teacher. No, I am, thanks. You're alive! Wait, what? The news is reporting you committed suicide. Call me when you can. I was so confused, but as long as you're safe, don't worry about school. Just take care of yourself. Aww. Wait, how did she know? Well, I mean, it makes sense because the social link was maxed out. Is it true that the leader of the Phantom Thieves died? How could the police let him commit suicide in jail? They need to get their shit together.
Cut that out!
Quiet down, you're in class. Break's been over for quite some time now. I swear you're like monkeys in the zoo. Oh yeah. I received word from Prince's family that he'll be absent for a bit. Jeez, what do you people think school is anyway? It's almost time.